the moon, golden kids. How are you guys doing? I hope you're good. My name is Samantha Birungi. First of all, tugenda kunyonyola what we are. Mother Alkeblan is Mother Africa.
Yeah.
Before abalanga tebanagita Kai, it was called Mother Alkeblan.
Yeah.
It's its original name. Why? It is, first of all, it is the first or the number one. As you say, I'm going to explain God in different languages,
okay,
different cultures, and different aspects of life and different religions. Okay? Mother Alkeblan oba Africa oba Kai kusinzira ku level gy'oliko spiritually. Kuba buli omu alina engeri gy'agiyita. Continent yaffe ya Africa yalina the Bantu group. Kubanga kino omuzungu kyakwese. Munasonywa ebigambo bye siyagala muzungu abiwulire mangu ngenda bisa mu Luganda. But ebisigadde ngenda binyonyola mu Luzungu. So that because ndiko recordinga wano ku YouTube, abane mujja subscribing ku my YouTube channel, umusofu no content. Then ebisigadde ebirala nja bisigaza mu Luganda kuba mwe mubitegeera mu Luganda. Okitegeera ebyemmanye byaffe eby'abaana abawano nja birekanga by'abaana abawano. Ebyomu Luzungu mbandi okay at large mass ebifune. Okitegedde. My name is Samantha as a spiritual guide, okay? For those of you who don't know me, those of you Africa at large, and also mostly East Africa. I'll concentrate more on East Africa. Why? Because spirituality bases in East Africa. Yes, that is where the sun rises. Whenever we are talking about rising, we speak of the East. Okay? We speak of the East. Rising, it's the beginning. It is number one. Okay? It is Alpha. It is God. Okay? And also, it's when we talk of the West, is the Omega. Okay? Now, when we speak of the African culture, I'm speaking about God. When I explain to you that the whole entire Bible is actually meant here in Africa, it was our knowledge recorded and then brought back. Gali magezi gaffe byali wano mu Africa. Omufirika omuzungu n'agibba, n'agitwala, n'agizza, n'agijjamu bitu ebitugasa, n'abitwala. Njogera bintu bino bye njogera nkikkaatiriza siwaayiriza. Wabula njogera biva mu nze. Abantu abali spiritual, if you know to tap inside of yourself or to channel. I'm not just channeling, I'm delivering knowledge from all my lifetimes. The Nalimba de Konsi. For those of you who don't know me, namwe abannayuganda abatannamanya. My life path is 9. Obviously, I've lived many lifetimes here. My soul number is only 7. I still have 3 to go. Okay, so when I speak of our knowledge here, or our God, starts here in Africa. Why? It was Mother Alkeblan. It's the real original name for Africa. It is called Mother Alkeblan. Before you call it Kai, because by the time you got to know it as Kai, there is the original name. It is Mother Alkeblan. Okay? So Mother Alkeblan, why? It is because it is number one. It is letter A. If you want to understand in numerology, those who are numerologists, number one is the beginning. It is the alpha. It's the genesis. For those of you who follow religion, it is the genesis. It is A. It is Allah. It is number one. I think I'll just spoken God in different now languages and religions. The Muslims will call it Allah. The Christians will call it God, which is letter G. G is number 7. Those are powerful numbers. God begins from East Africa. Yeah, this is new information to every East African out there watching me. This is new information to all of you. But I want to tell you that you, as well as a person, you can go and search. You can as well search for yourself if at all you want to know. As personally, I'm delivering information that I'm getting from within myself. I'm not getting it from anywhere. So you as a person, you have you have freedom to also tap into yourself and understand where this resides from and where it comes from. So now, as I tap within myself, knowledge begins from East Africa, but where? Before East Africa became the scramble for Africa, who remembers the history of scramble for Africa? Ng'omuzungu aranira Africa. Now, omuzungu ng'aranira Africa, Africa, Tanganyika, Kenya, Uganda, Burundi, Rwanda. Ezo zona zali, it was one country. Imagine all those countries. Zona zali one country. Because why? Because those were the chambers. That's where the leadership was. That's where the Bantu were. Because the Bantu are the original gods. Whoever is arguing with that, I'm sorry. The Bantu are the blueprint of the original gods. As for those of you around the world who are watching this, who are watching me, now, before the Bantu, those of you who think the Bantu are the gods or the original gods, the Bantu are the originals. They're the original divine people. Okay? Because they're the original melanins, the original demigods, what you could call demigods. And then there is actually gods. Those who are the real blueprints, the master manifestors, the creators. They are called the Batembuzi. Okay? You do realize that all has letter B? They all come from a country called, or whatever, because I call it a country. Why? Because of what? Because of the reason because Africa was a country initially, before the Muzungu che yakugamba, it was initially a country. You understand? So it was a country, which is letter A. When you are in numerology, those of you who know numerology, after letter A or after man, God creates woman, according to what the Bible tells you. So letter A, call it man, or call it Mother Al-Keblan. Over Africa, call it Africa. So he creates letter B, woman. Okay? Because letter B is number 2. Number 2 is duality. It is woman. Okay? The Bantu. Okay? But this Bantu come from who? This Bantu come from gods, because the Bantu are demigods. They are the blueprints of the demigods. Oba Katonda. Abawuliro Luganda, eh? I'm sorry I include Luganda as my country language, because those of you who will get offended, it is my language, okay? So those of you, all the Bantu, wherever you are, I know when I speak Luganda, you understand it because you are a Muntu, which means a human, or Muntu, okay? You are human. Are we together? So he creates Al-Keblan, and then he puts in the Bantu, or the people. What I'm referring all, because I think I'm not just referring to the Quran, because I didn't learn the Quran. The knowledge I know, I'm combining knowledge. I go within myself to search deep within, and also there is knowledge I am giving you from the Bible, because I grew up reading the Bible. The knowledge I'm putting out right now, I'm channeling it now in time. I didn't learn it from nowhere. I'm delivering in time downloads right now. Now, if number 1 and number 2, letter B, the Bantu are created, who created those people? When we say God must be woman, we mean it. or when they say mother, why they call it Mother Al-Keblan? Because a mother is a woman who is a womb man. Okay? A womb man is a man with a womb. Basically, a person who can procreate and create. Okay? Now, there comes who creates this Bantu. It is actually the Batembuzi. Okay? The Batembuzi, in my language, I am a Mutoro, a Mubito to be specific. I'm a Mubito girl. And as a Mutoro, there is something, the Batembuzi, when I understand it according to my ancestors, how they teach it to me, it's the reason why the Bible was changed. Nebakugamba nti those who abagenda mu Geyena, kankyogere mu Luganda, abagenda mu Geyena ba zembuzi bezigenda mu Geyena. Okay? Then endiga zigenda mu ggulu. Kati nze actually I speak because me I'm a blueprint of the Batembuzi. I'm a Mutembuzi original. Okay? Rachi, I am a Mutembuzi because I am here living an earthly experience as a demigod. Obo nfuna. Kubanga I questioned ngendo tuka wano muri ne sali endiko. By the time I became this spiritual, it's because I questioned, and God's question. Sheep don't question. Omuzungu bwaba ye yawandika history yonna gw'olina. Kubanga omuntu yenna agenda okwagala okuwakana agenda kugamba. But according to history, which history? Which was written in this 19th so century? Who started calculating the century? I want you to tell me who calculated that. Who was there calculating? And from when who knew that now this is the 1st century? Who gives you that information? Because as the Batembuzi, who are your gods, Gwomudugavu, you are African, Katonda waliwa. Katonda wali within you. Why? Because you have melanin. Because you're a child of the sun, oli mwana wa musana. Bakikuteramu mu Bible gy'olina. Just ntinno. Oyagala gitegeera nga gwe bagikusomesezza oli ndiga. Kati ffe embuzi tubuuza. Okitegeera? Bwe tubuuza, answer tuzifuna. Oba onfuna? Kati omuzungu bwe yamanya nti no the Batembuzi, because omuzungu yasooka mu Africa okusinzira nze ku channeling on my ancestors. Omuzungu yasooka mu Africa ye mu Greek. Si mu Portugal. Omuzungu bw'aba yali awandiika kati wegeze nga gwe omuzungu. Oli mukubba ekitali kikyo. Osobola okutuwa ekituufu. The audacity. You know? I don't know. I'm channeling a lot right now. I'm in a lot of energy. I'm channeling in time messages. This information I'm putting out also, me, I've never heard it. I'm putting it out for the first time. Because I don't know if because I'm putting it out on a large scale. But it's okay anyways. So I'm telling you, the Batembuzi, in my language, it's in Rutoro. The Batembuzi, you can say Abeitembuzi. Abeitembuzi are people who actually kill goats. Kati waba wali muzungu. N'olaba abantu abatta embuzi. Okay? Kitegeeza abo bayita embuzi tinuku.
I'm actually understanding the point when you say like that because
kati abayita embuzi.
The Greeks came to Africa at the end of the 14th century, and the Batembus started ruling. Established the Bunyorokitara dynasty at the beginning of the 14th century.
Katinze.
The Bible comes in the
16th century. That means who came first?
So it was the Batembuzi first.
Greeks came.
Then they start to steal.
But who is right? Whoever is writing that history for you, one thing they are not giving you is actually who stole who.
Yes,
Okay, kati Greek ye yasooka mu Africa, Portugal si ye yasooka.
That is right.
No mind tetukifocusingako. Oba most of you Africans, you don't focus on who came first. Okay, because this is whatever I'm saying now, it is us retrieving ekyaffe. Okay, kakati ekyaffe kiri wa Bible yonna yaffe.
It is our story.
Kakati Omugreek ye yasooka wano. Omugreek bw'asooka wano abaki kye bayita sanduuko y'endagaano gy'osoma mu Bible, the Ark of the Covenant. Because the Ark of the Covenant contains everything that is spiritual, everything is written that is written in the Bible is actually hidden in that Ark of the Covenant. Which covenant? Have you ever sat there to ask yourself, which covenant? It's the covenant between God and the people and his people, whom they call the Israelites, right? There is no way they are Israelites. Which number is letter I? They can't be Israelites. Why? Because when they tell you Israelites, Jesus was a Jew, okay? No, they weren't meaning Israelite, because letter I is number 9, okay? Israelites, that Israelite or letter I is actually, letter I means, because that's the letter I to begin the name Israelites. Letter I is number 9, okay? That is an ending, okay? And they say Jesus was a Jew, and J is number 10, okay? Israelite is number 9 and J is number 10. In numerology, when we want to subtract something, we just add it up. Okay? Even in normal life, they add problems on you. So letter J to mean Jews is number 10. 10 is 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 and then 1 plus Israelites which is 9, which is 19, Alpha and Omega. That is a metaphor.
I wanted her to explain to them that she's going to be channeling through astrology.
Yeah. Oh yes. Nabaga nnyonnyodde, I think at the beginning of the video that I remind them. I am using astrology, numerology, the Bible, religion, spirituality, culture. I am using all three things. Why? Because secondly, I am also channeling from a different realm. I'm channeling from a divine realm. I'm getting also in-time messages from the divine realm right now. Right now, I'm not only me, I am here seated with different spirits, which are not actually now katomuloko agenda commenting yaliko emizimu, which is okay. Emizimu kitegeeza ekintu ekitalina mubiri. Okay? But I'm channeling from different places. So that's why I'm having you guys to actually pull me back. Otherwise, I am channeling a lot of information. I'm in information overload right now. So, kakati, as we continue, kati number 10 and number 9, which means Alpha and Omega. Muluzungu, actually, I am also going to use metaphysics for the scientists. Metaphysics and quantum physics. Okay, I don't know, for the scientists, those who believe in science. So this is me preaching spirituality to you in a scientific, astrologic, numerology, okusinzira ku believe y'oli omuntu, mu ddiini, mu gundi mu astrology, buli wamu wootegerera gwe Katonda ngenda kikutuusaako, because buli wamu baakwekawo information. Buno bwali bugagga whereby bw'obufuna bugabanye. It is called the divide and rule. Okitegere order ya divide and rule. Divide and rule, what were they dividing? Information. Okay? Wachi basooke bakukweka omufirika si ye gwe nannyini Katonda.
kumbe yegwe Katonda.
Exactly. Oshitegedde gwe kennyini yegwe oba ofuna woba yegwe Katonda nkikukwese ntya oba onfuna naye ate sagala kukweka nnyo nti singa bakatonda bwe basituka njagala balaga nti information nali namukuwa saamukweka just gwe tewamunoonya oli yasti teyamunoonya oba onfuna just ye teyamunoonya bw'abanga ddala bakatonda lwaki tebalina amagezi ga decipheringa information ono oba onfuna kubanga omuzungu amanya amateeka ga kama the laws of kama essaawa zino kyetukola saawa eno omuzungu kye yali yeeraliikirira kyetuli mu kukola saawa eno kati eno 19 because tufuna Israelites and Jews that is IJ that is 9 and 10 oba because 10 is 0 tetujibala 0 is nothing so tubala the 1 so tubala 19 it is alpha and omega this where kitegeeza whoever the Israelites are abatuufu n'abayudaaya abatuufu they are the alpha and the omega they are the beginning and the end are we together kati bwe babanga they are the beginning and the end balage nti bali wala nnyo that is the divide and rule method entuufu va ku gye bakuwandiikira gw'osome mu bitabo bye wasoma nze abasomesa nakuma mu senior 3 second term ebibuuzo saabikola ndowooza okitegedde but when I start to articulate nowa university tannyonnyola lwaki anti gwe wa university wali oli mu kusoma ebyensi ebikufuula bize omuzungu byakuwa bikufuula ebize tosobola yiiya tosobola ategeera bino nze nabeeranga mu kibira that time nga ntyabanku nga ntegeera bulamu bwa bulijjo bwoti bwalina obbanga omufirika kitegeeza singa ffenna abafirika twali bwe bati singa Uganda eringa Dubai okitegedde because then tetwandisoma ebitatukwatako but n'ebyo ebitatukwatako because we are gods tulina the power to alchemize oba giyite alchemy alchemy kwe kukyusa ekintu omuzungu kye yandiise mu lulimi olwangungu that when life gives you lemons make lemonade okitegedde that is what they call alchemizing nti by this time omwaka ogujja gugenda kuba muzibu eri abantu abatali spiritual because bino mbyogera right now and releasing information eno gyenjize on my own because next year is going to be a tough year okitegeera so omuzungu bw'amala okuteerawo the bantu ng'ate batembuzi mwe muvudde bakatonda kati ne bakuba kati ku Google terina history w'abatembuzi yes bino bifuna I had to go within myself okubifuna ebimu sibina na bbiri na kati nga gyentandikidde ebyo byonna mbichanolinze now in time right now ebimu mbiyiga on spot when I'm speaking because when I'm speaking I'm having angels actually teach me more or give me more to say to articulate things more but when you look at it in this way niyo muzungu kyatatukola ettaka ttono kyali oyo yali mugezi kati tugenda mu maaso kakati omutembuzi wogenda ku Google n'onoonya about the batembuzi there is no information.
What is there doesn't align with what the truth is.
Exactly. Because what is on Google byonna making a sense. Kati eri abantu bange abatasoma nga nze watulina ekigambo kye bayita metaphors. Metaphors, for those of you who are the scientists, abaana abasoma sciences, because wano sciences ne oba metaphysics and quantum physics agenda kuba w'amaanyi nnyo right now kyovola bali essomero liri kuzibuwalira buwali osoma lwaki kulwokuba nga bali bamukusomesa regular after lunch ate ng'omuganda agamba omukuto gwe mugayaalo. You remember that? Bwe twabanga kusomero physics
bamusomesa after lunch.
Yes.
Yet already omaze okukowa
ate nga omukuto mugayaalo kakati ate nga ze lessons ezaali zikugasa mu bulamu because bw'otategeera ebyo webikola tosobola tegeera bwakatonda kyeki. Obwakatonda bulina ekibalo ky'otamanyi muwendo omufirika naye nga ye yakikola okitegeera kati omufirika bakukula ng'osobola okutegeera ebintu bino sciences naye nga tolidde oba onfuna omuzungu ebintu bino eno mbiyize nnyo nga nsiiba by the way ndya kitono. I think my brother can tell. Ebbanga mwaka guwedde we nali ndi mu bizibu bye mwayita ebizibu nali mpita mu kye bayita spiritual awakening gye nali nga njigira bino bye mulaba wano nga mbawa nali mbiyiga siina na simu namala emyezi 10 nga sirya ne kati ekyo ne mu basawo tekiriiyo namenya likodi ya myezi 10 nga siridde mmere.
Most of the foods we eat
lowering a vibration yaffe.
The vibration and puts you off the frequency.
Exactly.
At some point, there are acids that we shouldn't put into our bodies when the spirit is awakening.
Exactly.
When you're coming from below going above, you need to abstain from some foods and meats and all that. That is why a person going through a spiritual awakening process does not actually survive on food.
So naye ate nga okusinziira ku byawandiikibwa by'omuzungu ebya sayansi biraga mbu omuntu tasobola kubeerawo nga talya.